3200 Yukon stores. We're still in Hello World, but we're getting closer. We're probably going to make a link between, over on our view to get over to main activity. We're going to take care of those cautions, and as we do, we're going to make some changes that are going to be relevant for when we go over to the main activity. All right, so let's take a look at the cautions. Now, we still have some things highlighted. We have 5 cautions. I can take care of 3 of them, and maybe I take care of all 5 at the same time. They're all about the text view. Let's see, if I hover, does it give me any extract string resource? It should use a string resource. Okay, so it's hard-coded now. It should use a string resource. Well, first of all, I really don't want this to say text view. Let's say that it's going to say, hello world. And, that feels like we're now 5 minutes into our first programming class when we get something to say hello world. Now, technically, we did a long time ago because it's a default. But now we've done it ourselves. It now says hello world. But that doesn't change things. It's still a hard-coded string, and it wants it as a resource. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our project. We're going to drill down into app, into resources, into values, into strings. And you're going to find a string that's already there. And we can just copy this and paste. And I think I need to do this 3 times. Maybe I should only do it 1 for now and then come back because it says I got an error right now simply because I have the same name. So the first thing is our hello world, and we're going to call this thing our greeting. I don't know. Sounds fine. And then hello world, this is where we put the actual string. Did I put an exclamation point? Well, I will this time. Okay. Now let's go back to activity underscore main. No, I didn't put an exclamation point, but it's going to be. Okay, still hard-coded. So what we're going to do is we are going to get rid of the hello world, and we're going to go at. And notice that as my second choice, I've got at string / app name. Oh, close, but I want the one that says greeting. And if I auto tab that, look, hello world appears, and I'm down 1 caution. So we are going to repeat that process 2 more times. Well, actually, let's do it for the button. For the button, let's say that I really want it to be the word display instead of the word button. Button's awfully generic, but it's still a caution. I'll go into my strings. I don't have to go up there. I can go here. I'll copy this. I'll paste it. This will be, name is, what was it, display. And the text is display. Now go back to the activity, and we change this to at string / display. Got something to autocomplete that I did not intend. Okay, so I should be down 1 more caution, and I am. All right, so for the edit text, we're going to make another change besides just what is in there. I don't like the fact that that is bold and black. I mentioned in class that it's going to be grayed out, and that thing is going to be something called a hint. So I'm going to put in Android : hint. Is equal to, and I'll hard code it at first, enter your name. All right, I still have text in there. If I get rid of that text, then it replaces it with the hint. All right, but I now have an extra caution, enter your name. All right, so I don't want that to be your hard-coded string, enter your name. Go into string resources, and repeat the process that we've done 2 times already. Then go back to our activity and put at string / and what we called it. Enter name. Tab. OK, looks good. We're down to 2 cautions. Now, I don't always deal with all the cautions. And in fact, in the future, maybe I'm going to be very busy with other things that are much more difficult, perhaps, because we scale things up, as most classes do. So I might neglect what I just did, okay? But I shouldn't. But for the sake of time in class, I frequently will, okay? You need to know why we're doing this and make sure that you do it, say, on assessments. When I ask you, why is it important? Or I tell you to code something and what files should you touch? Now, okay, why is this important? Putting a string as a string resource, which you access by ID, is going to be better than a hard-coded string. Why? Because it's handicap accessible. There are these reader apps that they can scroll over, and if they see a text box that has a hard-coded hello world, it's going to say text box with string. Completely useless. But if you have a resource, then it can go in there and read the resource. Text box with hello world. All right, so that means that those that are sight impaired are able to use that app in order to better use what you want them to use. All right, so we are going to leave it there. We'll see you next time when we get over to main activity. Bye.